This is so satisfying, and look how it's already lagging our game. We have to do this in survival Minecraft. See, I ran that test because that day I built a cobblestone farm that produced 75,000 per hour. It quickly filled up all of my storage, so it started to pile up, and I noticed it was lagging my game. It reminded me of the time where I bred thousands of pigs, which was hilarious, but I was never able to get enough to bring someone's game down to 1 frame per second. But when I saw how much cobblestone I could make in such a short amount of time, I saw this as my chance. But it would require over 50 machines to produce enough cobblestone to lag the server, which is going to be the world record amount. I don't even know if they could all run at the same time, but I decided I wouldn't stress myself out with that and just started with my first machine. Now the machine is split into 3 parts. Phase 1, you place leaves and waterlog them. That water is there for phase 2, turning the lava into cobblestone. Then phase 3, it's a whole redstone contraption that will duplicate and release TNT to break the cobblestone around it. So after a 20-minute build, I had a machine that produced 75,000 cobblestone an hour. This thing rocks. Get it? Rocks? That's not the last cobblestone pun in this video. There will be more, and they will only get worse until they hit rock bottom. But one machine wasn't enough, so I plonked another right beside it. Each machine is activated by a lever and then a button, so I built a master switch that just connected the 2 machines, lever and button, together. Really simple. Still managed to get the worst redstone of the year award, but now we had 2 machines doing 2,500 cobblestone a minute. But this doesn't look like a funny amount. This would not take someone to 1 frame per second. I wanted to try and push these machines to 1,000,000 cobblestone an hour, but to build enough of them in a timely manner, I'd have to fix 3 big problems. First, these machines are hidden underground because I wouldn't want anyone finding them. If someone wanted to stop me from lagging the server, the explosive to destroy them are practically in the machine. Sneeze wrong and they'll self-destruct. So like any good quarry, I used explosives. It was very controlled because each TNT would blow up about a 3x3 square, then I just mine over the couple leftover pieces. I did make quite the ruckus though. Just by sound, people found me. So that kind of defeats the purpose of being underground, but to get away with it, I told them, oh, I'm just farming cobblestone for fun? They seem to believe that, so that takes us to problem 2, which is just wasting so much time crafting all the individual parts. This one was pretty easy to solve. I just got enough materials for 12 machines and a shulker box full of leaves. But it did give me the idea to treat the machines like a mass production. So while I spend hours building all these cobblestone machines, let me tell you about today's sponsor, Honkai Star Rail. If you don't already know what it is, Honkai Star Rail, made by Hoyoverse, the same team behind Genshin Impact, is a free-to-play cross-platform RPG with over 80 million downloads in the past 6 months. Not only is incredibly easy to pick up, but it has an immersive semi-open world, charming characters, and a turn-based combat system. There is so much to love about this game. And people do. It's won 3 awards for best mobile game. And now is a better time than ever to try it out because soon Honkai Star Rail is releasing its version 1.6 update, which is filled with new maps and limited time characters, including 5-star Rune Mei, a mysterious yet elegant biologist who specializes in ice-type magic. And another character you get absolutely free as a gift, I kid you not, is named Dr. Ratio. He's an eccentric road wide genius whose attacks get stronger the more his enemies suffer. In the new update, you'll be able to follow the story of Rune Mei as well as gain 10 free pulls and see the return of fan favorite characters like Blade and Kafka. The game is available on PCs, mobile device, and now even PS5. So now is the perfect time to go to the link in the description and try out Honkai Star Rail for yourself. For all 12 machines, it took only an hour, but then I had to deal with problem 3, the redstone. This part you can't make a mistake or the machine will self-destruct, so while watching the tutorial, I would have to be slow and careful. So I didn't follow the tutorial. It took a while at first because I was just copying the machines next to me, but then after a few attempts, I had the contraption memorized so I could replicate it way faster than following a tutorial. Now, I did make sure to at least test each machine because yes, I'm not perfect, but man, good enough is great. Near the end, I was putting the redstone together in 3 minutes. Look at all these machines. People likely have never done this because like 1,000,000 cobblestone an hour is just not necessary. You build one of these things and you're set. Maybe 4. We have 14 of, okay, we actually 13 because we ran out of materials. As you can see, I'm making a little collection system that will soon bring everything over here. But what I love about the machines is when you turn it on, the entire thing takes a bit to warm up, like it's an actual factory starting. There we go. Wow, I feel the frame drop. You come down here. Whoa! It's just, there's just so much, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's beautiful watching all this cobblestone get produced. I have never seen anything like this. But I was sitting on a giant cobblestone load and I felt like I wasn't using it to its full potential. So I built a pipe. Because guys, I gotta confess, I love piping. So that's why I started building some around the server to send copious amounts of cobblestone wherever I wanted, meaning I could lag wherever I wanted. Okay, and just like that, I've just finished the tunnel for all the cobblestone. Now, one thing we can do is we have this lever here. This can just stop the items from flowing if I want them to stay down here. We release them. They can make it. So that's what it's gonna look like when we have like 50 machines going. Okay, what the frick? Look at that, that's 200 entities right there, and we only ran it for a couple of seconds. So it was making my game slow down, but it was nowhere near what I wanted. I wanted it to go down to 1 frame. Yeah, it already was a funny amount, but it could be funnier. So I made the stupid decision of pulling an all-nighter to double the machines again. I spent way too long clearing out the space, but made up the time building them, taking only 2 minutes per TNT duper. I love that this is the skill I'm growing in, not something actually useful. But then I spent some time researching more about cobblestone so I could truly understand what we were working with. But then I got distracted looking at cleavage. You know, my favorite type of planar rock feature. I stayed up incredibly late. 1 a.m., that's about my max. In the morning, I wired up all the new machines to the master switch and got my reaction to the over double production of cobblestone. Oh no. Yep, that's all I had to say. No, I'm just kidding. Wait a minute. We're not even collecting like a fourth of it. Oh, that is, oops. I didn't make the waterway. I totally blanked to do that. I know why it didn't look like it was doing that much different. Okay, give me a second. 300 entities. Yep, that is a doubled amount. These 30 machines were able to get me down to 20 frames per second, which means I had to double it again. But because nobody else had done anything like this before, I assumed I was the fastest person to build these cobblestone farms. But exactly how fast? So here is my cobblestone farm world record attempt. Keyword attempt, I reset in under a minute. But my second attempt was better, resetting under 10 seconds. Okay, but here's an actual attempt. I was really hoping to get under 5 minutes because I've built so many of these, it'd be embarrassing if I didn't. So here's my actual attempt. One issue was that even though digging the hole in stone was faster, I had to be careful to not break too much on accident. The section where I waterlogged leaves was a breeze. I've spent an hour of my life doing that. But I forgot I would have to mess up my organized inventory to have enough room for the lava buckets. Okay, so we can place these leaves on the inside because they'll just get blown up, so we don't actually have to break them. It was rough, but the redstone was going to save time. Did I really miss an observer somewhere? I know where the observer goes. Because I didn't place this in. Normally I'd activate the button and lever slower, but 6 minutes was almost here, so... frick. Oh no. Oh, I know what's up. We forgot the trapdoors. But I did fix the machine though, mostly because it's behind Miles's base. See, I've had a secret entrance I've used to easily steal from his barrels, so as a thank you, I constantly filled all his chests with cobblestone. He loved it, but the farm produced too much cobblestone. I needed so many hoppers to keep up. I don't have any iron anymore. Not like it was mine to begin with, I did steal it from his iron farm. But back to all the machines, people were starting to feel the cobblestone's effects. Okay, turns out they found my cobblestone pipe, so that one became useless. 10 FPS! But it was a great time to build some more, and I built a ton of pipes. I was like the Romans and Greeks with how much I was piping. Totally only talking about their infrastructure. But these new pipes could be way more hidden because I realized it was easier to hide the hole they come out of in the wall instead of the ground. It was a simple 1x1 flush piston door, but I didn't follow a tutorial when building it, so that made me pretty proud. Gamble. But even cooler, I added a torch line to the control room so I could change the waterway direction and open the door with one lever. This is the kind of redstone I enjoy. No tutorials, it's very raw, yet very useful. Like, look, where did this cobblestone come from? And you hear those explosions in the background? That's Miles' barrels still being filled with cobblestone. I added another output to the same pipe, this one to the meeting room, because more people would be around there. Also, this was more of a distraction than anything, but a friend and I built cobblestone farms inside a warden statue to make it spit cobblestone. My first try, the warden more dribbled on itself, because apparently items have friction against blocks, so once I removed them, boom!
Oh! Wow.
Oh, that actually sends.
That's perfect!
But this was all putting off the inevitable doubling of the machines, which would be about 30 more. But I made a big change that would speed up the process because instead of expanding my factory, I carved out a space for a new one. It's in the stone layer, which is like 3 times faster to mine out. Yes, it technically could make me more obvious, but it's not like I was trying to be incognito. We should have done this ages ago. I carved enough space for 24 machines, which isn't fully double, but I also had a method to make the cobblestone we do already have even lag laggier. Doesn't all these leaves just by themselves kind of look like just so bizarre? It looks like some religious thing, like some ancient civilization would put this together. You can physically see the effect we have had on the lava around us we've been using so much. But the new machines were right above the old ones, so I added a hole for the new cobblestone to fall into the old waterways. They go to the same spot because that's where I added a new pipe, which is one of the last few tricks I have up my sleeve to get to 1 frame. See, I had gotten caught by another player. Once again, I'm great at this, but this was only 25 machines running for like 2 minutes, and it was way laggier than anything else. Then I realized it's because the items are still in the bubble column, which makes the item bob up and down. So now the game has to keep track of the entity and its movement, which means double the lag. And if you're a technical Minecrafter, please don't hate me for being wrong about that. So the new pipe leads to the exact middle of spawn, and it doesn't go anywhere. It just sits in the bubble column, moving and also making particles. Except the pipe did go straight through Miles's house, so to hide it, I turned it into a pillar. He can't remove these, they're load-bearing stumps. Now, I didn't want to take myself down to 1 frame because my computer isn't that good, and I wanted to give this a challenge. So I called up the man we've been trolling this our entire time, my good friend, Miles. I just want you to come down here with me. I just want to get your reaction to like how much I make, okay?
I've seen a bit in my base, Jaron. Thanks a lot for that.
That was absolutely not me. This is going to be like an insane rate, Miles, okay? Are you ready?
No, I'm not. Okay, yeah, I'm ready. Oh, I'm seeing some cobblestone. Like, I'll see like 10 cobblestone. This is really cool, Jaron. This is really good.
So I was trying to prank him to get him to react all crazy to nothing, but that didn't work. So it was time to turn on the world record of all 50 machines for the first time.
Why do I hear TNT?
Well, give it a second. It's warming up.
Oh no, hang on. It's coming now. Well, there's a lot coming up now.
Yeah, I was lying to you about that first rate.
Wait, how many is there here? Oh no, my game's like in... How many entities are here? There's 200. Oh no, Jaron, this is... I've got a pretty good PC, to be fair, but I'm at 40 FPS.
Yeah, send some more cobblestone. Oh my god.
Oh, I've got a massive lag spike then.
Did you feel that?
Yeah.
There's cobblestone everywhere. This is... Oh my gosh. How are you?
No, my frames 6 FPS.
Oh, there goes me.
No, I'm still here, 2 FPS.
2?
2 FPS.
Come on. We can get it down to 1.
John, this could break the server. Oh no, I'm at 1. I'm back at 2.
I can't turn off the machines. My game's so laggy.
Should I do a little like rescue operation? Shall I come down?
Yeah, try to make your way down. Oh, I see your name tag.
John!
Miles. It's like when 2 idiots meet up.
Oh, you just teleported.
But we're both just incredibly laggy.
Where are you?
In this single screenshot, there is 100,000 cobblestone, 1,500 entities that was all generated in only 4 minutes. But the machines couldn't make it to minute 5 because it was so laggy. All the machines broke.
Oh, no, we didn't.
But in its last breath, it took Miles down to 0 frames per second. I've never seen that before. What?